Good morning, Enid. It's good to see you again. It is Thursday, March 23rd, 7:30 in the morning, and we're so glad that you joined us for our 113th show. Hi, I'm Steve Kime. Grab a cup of coffee and join us for our fastest 30 minutes of the morning. Again, with Jomara, we've got news, weather, sports, entertainment, and we have an engineering official in the house to talk about all this construction going on. So we're glad that you're with us today.
Well, good morning. I'm Jomara Ortiz, and remember, we're coming live to over 14,000 homes in Enid. You can also watch us live via the World Wide Web at enid.org. This is Good Morning Enid.
And it's time to rise and shine. Out on the farm, it's wide open space, it's clear.
Oklahoma receives a real ID extension through June.
You're in your 30s or your 40s, for example.
You'll just want to show up at 4:30, but we do encourage you. You have 4 opportunities to see this show on February 17th.
A ton of stuff going on here at the Central National Bank Center. Come on.
Just send us an email and we'll be happy to share.
Hello. Hey, Derek. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
It's Thursday again. You know what that means?
Yes, sir.
It's time to rise and shine.
I'm on my way.
Good morning, Jomara.
Good morning. I'm on my way.
Good morning, Brooke.
Good morning, I'm on my way.
Good morning, Enid. Again, thank you for joining us at 7:34 on this Thursday, March 23rd. Right now, clear. Earlier, when we were out and about at dark 30 this morning, you could really see the stars this morning. Kind of mild out there at 56 degrees. Today's going to be a breezy 80-degree day. And one of the weathermen says 50% chance of showers tonight. Don't know about you, Jomara, but we need the water.
We do need rain.
We need the rain.
We need the rain, yes.
So 50% chance of rain tonight. Well, at 7:32, let's look at the statewide temps in case you're just planning on driving across the state. If you have a meeting somewhere, you can see from the Panhandle, Optima. I guess that's right, at 51 this morning. Webb City at 56. Big city of Arapahoe is the warmest one, or excuse me, near the warmest at 59, and all the way down to Indian-Homa, 63. So those are just some of the folks or temperatures with communities across the state. And again, we're holding steady with clear skies and 56. So, all right, Jomara, I ask you this really every week. What's your weekend look like with your 3 boys and 2 dogs?
Well, we're busy. We're busy this weekend. We're going to UCO for tryouts, music tryouts. So we're going to be busy.
Okay.
But if you're planning your weekend, let's see the temperatures. As you can see, it's going to be partly cloudy most of the weekend with a high of 80 on Sunday, and the lowest will be Saturday night with 42 degrees. Overall, it looks good. I hope we can get some showers. Yeah.
Very good. So that's the forecast. And I think everybody's getting into this spring cleaning mode, that they're getting into this, getting the leaves up, the leaves that never go away. Do you have a house like that? Do you have a yard like that?
Yep.
Or everybody raise their hand?
I do.
But anyway, we've got some spring cleaning weather for the weekend. Speaking of weather, how about the bus stop? If you're getting the kids ready to go jump on the bus today, or if you're going to take them to school, but right now holding steady at 56. Yeah. And again, it's going to be 79, 80. However, it's going to be a breezy, kind of a humid today because our winds are out of the southeast at 10, and for our pilots out at Vance, we say good morning to you, but right now our winds are out of the south, southeast, 10, 12 miles per hour, but it will be a breezy type day today. And we want to say a special, and you've already said hello, but a special good morning to our folks that watch us around the globe. We know people from Japan, Poland, just all over the country, Oklahoma City, and even the big city, Perry. We know people are watching us live stream, and that's on their smartphone or on your computer. You can go to enidtv.org. And you can watch Good Morning Enid. So we welcome all those that are watching us via live streaming. Well, I believe the Thunder won last night. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where's your ball cap? You had it.
I left it.
Oh, we know. We need your ball cap. We'll be looking for it here. If Jomara's a little sad today, it's because her baseball team.
Yes. But I have to say, I'm very proud of our guys. Puerto Rico did a wonderful job this season.
You got to the finals.
So, yes. And congratulations to Team USA as well.
And for those who want to know the score. Team USA 8 and Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
that's right.
They did a wonderful job throughout the
As you
season,
said earlier
so
today, there was no New England Patriot comeback for the...
I was waiting for that, Steve. It never happened. It just never did.
Well, that's some of the overnight news, but we got to go to the bow tie guy because Derek Silas is with us at 7:30. He survived his 40th birthday?
He did.
Or 45th? Which one?
I'm not going to answer that question. I'll get in trouble.
Anyway, we're glad that he's back with us for the Oklahoma Minute.
Oklahoma received a Real ID extension through June 2017. And Oklahoma natives and country music
The Enid City Commission approved rezoning the housing development located at North Oakwood in Purdue from agriculture in R1 to R2 single-family district. The developer has development plans to move for more than 50 houses in the area. Enid Antique Auto Club will host its annual car show Saturday to benefit Cimarron Council Boy Scouts. It will be held at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And in sports, last night the United States went up against Puerto Rico in the championship finals of the World Baseball Classic. And the winner was USA, who scored 8 points over Puerto Rico 0 in its first Classic win. Also last night, Oklahoma City Thunder took on the Philly 76ers. The score was Oklahoma City 122, Philly 97. Go Thunder. They will play the Houston Rockets Sunday at 2:30 p.m. in Houston. And on this day in history, the initials O.K. are first published in the Boston Morning Post, meant as an abbreviation for OLLKORRECT, a popular slang misspelling of all correct at the time. OK steadily made its way into everyday speech of Americans. Okay, that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Stephen Jomara.
Okay, Derek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the information, Derek. Now, remember, if you have pictures that you want to share with us or you have any questions, comments, you can send them to gme@enid.org. And I think we have a couple pictures today.
Send them to the cows, and then we'll put them on, our Holstein friends. We want to say a special happy birthday to our World War II friend, hero, George Bellman. Talked to George this past weekend. He turned 93, Jomara.
93,
this past
wow.
Sunday. And so, George, if you're watching, we think the world of you and appreciate your service to our country. And 93, and he's doing well, and he's a big fan of ETN and what we do, and we just want to say special happy belated birthday.
Yes.
And I know you have a special event with your son, with an academic...
Well, the Enid swim team.
Okay.
I think we have some pictures there. The girls, they won the champion. They were the champions at the Big Ten conference, and the boys, they were the runner-ups. But also, this was for academic achievement. So, congratulations, Enid swim team. They did great.
Very good.
Yeah.
And again, if you have photos of just some events that are going on, or you got tulips coming up in your yard, anything that you just want to celebrate Enid and students or just family, send it to us again at gme@enid.org. Okay, it's 7:38. Good morning, Enid. Thank you for staying with us. We need to find out what's happening in the world of entertainment within Enid, Oklahoma, and Brooke is here to do that.
You'll just want to show up at 4:30, but we do encourage you to purchase a ticket because there won't be that many contestants. Good morning, Enid. Thanks for having me back this morning. We just finished up with several events this past week. Now looking forward at our next event, you'll want to be here for Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. That's on April 1st. Tickets are still available. And if you aren't a member of our Cyber Club, go to our website at cmbcenter.com and you can receive special insights on ticket discounts and upcoming events. So looking forward into April, after Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy, will have Open Heaven on April 8th, and then we will have the American Made Tour with Lee Brice and Justin Moore, both returning here. And then we'll also have special guest Brett Young. That's going to be a great concert on April 27th. You don't want to miss that event. And with our most recent announcement, we have Decades Rewind. This is a theatrical concert experience, and it's going to be coming here on Thursday, May 4th. They'll be playing great music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So you don't want to miss that. Get your tickets today or next week. Thank you, and back to you in the studio, Jomara and Steve.
Thank you, Brooke. Appreciate
Thank
that
you,
very
Brooke.
much.
Yes.
Let's real quick, you know, food is always on my mind, or I'm always looking for my next meal.
Yeah.
Let's look at the school menus real quick for today and tomorrow. You want to tell us what we have both days?
Well, yes.
Is it worthwhile?
I think it is. For today, the kids have Frito chili pie with zucchini slices, steamed corn, apple crisp, and milk. And tomorrow they have grilled cheese, pork and beans, fresh baby carrots, peach cobs, and milk.
Okay.
Grilled cheese and pork and beans. I'm not sure of that combination.
I'm
but
not sure. It makes me want to go to school. Okay, we've got a video to show you this morning at 7:40. It's called Enid on the Move. Our special guest, Director of Engineering, will be here at the round table right after this.
Now, Joe, what about if you're just starting, you're thinking about saving money, and
Good morning, Enid. Hold steady at 56 degrees, and if you're planning the day, high today should be around 80 degrees. However, it's going to be kind of windy out there. Breezy is a nice word. Well, our special guest today has been with us on a variety of interviews here on the Enid Television Network and also on Good Morning Enid, the Director of Engineering, Chris Gdanski. Chris, good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the chance to come back.
Thanks for joining us at the round table. Chris recently was featured in a magazine, a national magazine, national publication. It was called Municipal Water Leader, and it had to deal with Call Lake and just really water topics. So congratulations on being featured in that magazine, because it is a national publication. But you're here this morning to talk about orange cones, constructions, delays, detours, and stuff like that. So we want to kind of get an update from you on what's going on. And Jomara's got this whole list of streets. Say, what's up with this? So.
Absolutely.
Right,
Let's
right.
talk about that.
Well, good morning, Chris. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us, and let's talk about street closings. How about Cleveland and Chestnut intersection? We know that that opened this week, but can you tell us what's going to take place in the near future?
Well, obviously, we had to close that intersection to move some water lines out from under the intersection before we do our construction to rebuild it and enlarge it. We did finally get Chestnut leg of that open. It opened Monday. We expect the traffic lights to be back up and running this week, barring any real problems. So then it'll be open until later on this fall.
Great, great. And for people that may not be familiar, the water line utility work was done for what particular project that's coming up? I mean,
Well, you know, when they originally put the streets down, they
Yeah.
ran the utilities in the street. And what we find is that it's really frustrating to put in a brand new intersection and have to come back and cut it up to repair a water leak.
Yeah.
So as we rebuild these streets, we move the utilities out from under them.
Let's talk about another east-west avenue that's rather important in our community, Willow Road. Okay, we're going to finally go from the wagon train size to 4-lane size and stuff like that. Give us an update. Everybody knows that there's a portion closed up to the railroad tracks, and just give us an update
Correct.
on that.
We're still in phase 1 of that, and that's broken up into 4 phases for construction. Understand that the contractor who's doing that work, who's one of our local companies, is working all along that stretch of road to do some of the drainage work and the dirt work, but specifically the construction of the road surface there just west of Cleveland is closed. It will open at some point in the future, and then they'll move to the next stage. What we really want the people to understand is until we are complete, We want them to treat this as local traffic only.
Okay. And going all the way to Oakwood, correct? Are we thinking a November, December type of completion?
It'll be in that time frame.
Okay. Very good.
Weather this spring will have a lot to do with it.
Sure, sure.
Right. As Steve mentioned, we are busy all around town. You can see cones and construction happening. But there's a new project that's coming along, and it's the 66th Street Industrial Access Improvement Project. What's the latest on that one?
Yes, that was a really large effort for the engineering department. We did that design of that. ODOT has agreed to participate in what they call their industrial access program. We'll reconstruct that road all the way from 412 to Willow Road to allow for a lot heavier trucks and a lot more traffic. Once we get done with it, it'll be a nice road.
Let's back up a little bit, Chris. What prompted all of this attention to 66th Street? Because when people drive by and they look over to the north, they go, those look like blades or something.
Well,
so there's something that prompted all of this work.
Exactly. There's a company in town called TPL, Transload Industries, and they handle the logistics for all the wind turbine components that come into this area that are going up and for construction. So what you see is you see all the long blades up there, you see the tower components, and then you see the generator heads, which really, when you look at them, they look just like big white boxes. And all that gets stacked on top of each other. They hook the blades up and we get wind power.
So this prompted all that work because
Yes.
the road that was in place is not wide enough, heavy enough, strong enough to handle all the truck traffic.
Correct. It's an original Oklahoma County road, and when you run heavy trucks on it, you'll break it up, and this will really improve that particular segment of the road.
On Tuesday night at the City Commission, or I should say at the study session, Garver was in town to do a really kind of a phase 2 update on Call Lake. I talked to different people in the community. They're kind of anxious to see dirt move. They want to see a pipe on farmland or something like that, knowing that there's progress on Call Lake. It's amazing how much pre-work, if I can even use that phrase, before even the first tilt of dirt takes place. Can you kind of give us an update where we're at in this Call Lake project?
Well, we're currently in phase 2 of the project. We're taking the concept design from 10% to 30%, which is essential for ensuring we know what probable cost of construction is. We'll also work on our permits and our environmental assessments for the pipeline and the intake structure and the water treatment plant. That will take us a year to do that, and then there'll be another year of design work taking that 30% all the way to 100 and actually getting permits issued. So I know it seems like we talked about it a long time ago and everybody said, yes, let's do this. And unfortunately, it takes a long time to get through all the design process, get all the permitting done for construction, and all the permitting done for the environmentals, threatened and endangered, and historically significant sites. We have to check on those as well.
And I wasn't aware in the study session, I wasn't aware that the individual making the presentation said that there's power lines that kind of run diagonally across the area we're looking at. Will that be a consideration for the pipeline to follow that same easement, if that's the right term? Because we're just trying to figure out how we're going to run pipeline from Ponca City to our backyard here in Enid, Oklahoma.
Well, we're not going to do it with garden hoses, I can assure you. But yes, there is a high power transmission line going from across that area, and our intent is to parallel that to make it just a little bit easier for us to go through there.
This is not a question that's on our list, but the two of you are in engineering. What can you both say about upcoming projects? I know these projects just consume so much of your time in planning, meetings, forward thinking and stuff. But as you look down the road, what are you two guys working on? Or excuse me.
Well, let me say that everybody who drives through the south side of town, they know that the Root Bridge is under construction, and that should be completed by July. And it will be, once again, we'll get the transitions working and the deck replaced, and we'll be really glad to have that done.
Yeah. Well, we've kept pretty busy throughout the year. The Cherokee Bridge is also open, and that's north of St. Mary's Hospital. That was a big project that we had, reconstructed the bridge and the street on that area.
Cool.
Yeah, we have trail projects happening and water projects, so we keep busy.
We stay busy.
Yeah.
You could probably have twice the size of staff and still be behind, or something. So.
Keeping the plate spinning is generally the challenge.
Well, Chris Gdanski, Director of Engineering, City of Enid, is our special guest at the round table. Chris, thanks for joining us today. And I know that we have plans in the next few weeks to do kind of a Call Lake update, Phase 2 interview with Garver, our consultant. So I look forward to seeing you then, and we'll give everybody more of a detailed update on the Call Lake Pipeline project.
We look forward to it as well.
Well, thanks for being with us.
You bet.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Well, spring has sprung, as we all know, at 7:50 this morning, because we got spring temperatures out there right now at 56. We'll be back with more Good Morning Enid right after this. Special thanks to Dane Tate, and I believe A.J. Wells was probably behind the scenes on our little Spring is Sprung video. And we realize that's on our social media sites that Derek Silas has put out there. And Derek told me the other day that City of Ardmore shared that video, so it's gaining momentum, but it was just kind of a fun thing to show that spring has sprung, and we appreciate the ETN team behind the scenes putting that together. Well, Jomara, it's 7:52. The morning is moving along rather quickly.
It is. Well, let's see what news happened overnight. And to tell us about that, here's the bow tie guy, Derek Silas.
The Enid City Commission has approved rezoning the housing development located at North Oakwood and Purdue from agriculture and R1 to R2 single family district. The developer has development plans to add more than 50 houses in the area. Enid Antique Auto Club will host its annual car show Saturday to benefit Cimarron Council Boy Scouts. It will be held at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. In sports, last night, the United States went up against Puerto Rico in the championship finals of the World Baseball Classic, and the winner was USA, who scored 8 points over Puerto Rico 0 in its first Classic win. Also last night, Oklahoma City Thunder took on the Philly 76ers, and the score was Oklahoma City 122, Philly 97. They will play another game Sunday and at Houston against the Houston Rockets. And on this day in history, in 1839, the initials O.K. are first published in the Boston Morning Post, meant as an abbreviation for OLL space KORRECT, a popular slang at the time of a misspelling of all correct. OK steadily made its way into everyday speech of Americans. Okay, that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Stephen Jomara.
That's the OK minute.
Okay, Derek. Thank you for all that information, Derek.
It's 7:54, and again, right now, 56 degrees. High today is going to be around 80, but it's going to be a breezy day. However, there's some good news with the 50% chance of rain later on tonight, so we're looking forward to that. If you're able to stay with us at 8 o'clock this morning, had the opportunity to visit with one of our new Ward 4 commissioners, Jonathan Waddell. That will be coming up at 8 o'clock with Meet the Commissioner show here on Channel 12 and also 112. 3-day forecast.
Well, let's see if you have plans for your weekends or you're planning your weekend. Here it is. It's going to be partly cloudy and windy throughout the weekend, with the highest temperature on Sunday, 80 degrees. The lowest temperature will be Saturday with a temperature of 42. But we will hopefully get some rain, Steve. We need the rain.
We need the water. We need the water.
We need the water.
It may impact construction of all of our streets and stuff like that, but
Right.
we need the rain. So, well, where are we at? What's next?
Well, if you have additional plans, here is Brooke with Enid Entertainment.
Here at the C&B Center Arena, there's not a bad seat in the house. We have several events going on this spring, and I'm here to tell you what we have coming up next. Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy on April 1st. On April Fool's Day, a funny show that's sure to make you laugh. You'll want to be here, and we do have tickets still available for that event. Join our Cyber Club for more specials and upcoming events. Then on April 8th, Open Heaven. Open Heaven is going to be right here on April 8th. Then American Made Tour with Justin Moore and Lee Bryce, both returning here with special guest Brett Young. Very excited about all of these events this April. And then with our most recent announcement, in May, on May 4th, we'll have Decades Rewind. Now this event will feature an 8-piece rock band, 6 vocalists, and over 100 costume changes. You sure won't want to miss that event. For a full list of all of our events, go to our website at cnbcenter.com. Thanks, and back to you, Jomara and Steve.
Brooke, good job. Appreciate that. It's just amazing, all the entertainment that is happening in our community.
Yes.
And we appreciate the update that Brooke and even Kevin gives us each week. It's 7:56. Thank you for joining us on Good Morning Enid for show number 113. And through all of those shows, we've had the opportunity to provide you some pets for adoption. And you've done a great job for us. 249-4910 is the number to call. And we have a little promo that we want to show at this time before we introduce you to our newest pet that needs adopted.
Hi, I'm Charlotte, and this is Russell. Russell's looking for a new home. At Eden Animal Control, we have lots of pets looking for a new home. Come visit us at 1200 South 10th Street.
As you saw in the graphic, call our dear friend Charlotte at 249-4910 because she can hook you up with a pet. Good news, thanks to our viewers, Grandpa, our 10-year-old puppy dog that we had on the show that Charlotte brought last week, was adopted. So thank you for taking care of Grandpa. What was his original name, first name? Do you remember?
Motley.
Modley. That's right, Motley.
I just remember him by Grandpa.
I just remember the Grandpa part. Anyway, Grandpa got it home. Okay, real quick, we have a gorgeous, tell us, Jomara, who this gorgeous.
Well, we have a
is a cutie.
Vizsla Retriever mix, and her name is Poppy. She's about a year old, and the cost to adopt is $115. Well, between $115 and $125, and that covers the cost of spaying at the rabies shot. Poppy is loving and wants to cuddle. She loves stretching, could be a good yoga partner. So you can see her on the screen. She's pretty and she's very sweet and mild-mannered.
And we got to go. Let's find Poppy a home. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us. Poppy, 249-4910. Charlotte, thank you for all that you do.